जय जयकार हो दादा भगवान जय जयकार हो दादा भगवान नासिम जय जयकार दादा भगवान नासिम जय जयकार भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार दादा भगवान ना असीम
બોલાવો દીપકજી.
દાદા ભગવાન ના અસીમ જય જયકાર
દાદા ભગવાન ના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો
દાદા ભગવાન ના અસીમ જય જયકાર
દાદા ભગવાન ના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો
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 દાદા ભગવાન ના असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
ओ दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
ओ दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
भगवान नरसिंह जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान नरसिंह जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो। दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो। दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो। जय
दादा
सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चे कश्यप भाई। जय सत्यान पुरीदान जी।
Jai Sachidanand, everybody.
Ujan ji, can you do three mantra please?
Namo Vidragay,
नमो
Oh,
वितरागाय।
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam,
Namo Arihantaram.
Namo Siddhanam,
Namo
नमो
Siddharam.
Namo Ayariyanam,
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam,
Namo Vatsayaram.
Namo Loe Sawa Sahunam,
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukkaro,
Eso Panchanamukaro.
नमस्कारो
Sauvabhavapanasano,
Savapavapanasano.
अपनाशनो
Manglanancha Savesem,
Mangalam cha
मंगलां
sarve sing.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
मंगलां
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
ओम
Namo
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Bhagavate.
Om Namah Shivaya.
ओम
Om Namah
नमः शिवाय।
Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
जय
Satchidanand.
सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Satchidanand. Kashyap. Jai Satchidanand.
Yes, yes, Sachidanand.
Been
Yeah,
about a
today
month.
I would like
Yeah.
to ask about Syadvad. Uh, yeah, so 20 years back, before means when I joined the Akram Vignan and JSS. So then we had lot of problems that time, that understanding Gujarati, and also I wrote to Deepakanandji that time. that can we have a translation while the satsang is going on? He said, no, it is not possible. So, and that time, but that time I was feeling that time that there is a restriction which means uh, Putras and Mahatmas kind of want things to be private, okay. So not to be discussed, restrictions, because I even asked, that time there was a site dadashi.org, it's still there, dadashi.org. So that was in English, and the first which exposure to my for Dadaji literature. So I asked Ms. Aputras that can we also put things on internet? Said no, it is not possible. So but then Ms. Then Miss started to get losing touch of this Akram Vignan because most of the things are in Gujarati, not understanding and no means. But suddenly, after 2018, things started changing, things becoming online. I got what invitation to join WhatsApp groups and like that. So, and this Zooms and Satsang started in 2020. So now the thing is that we are progressing, So we are removing the restriction. Before stand was that no, it is not possible, but now it is possible. So that is good thing. And there is a bhavna in file one, you can say, and question also regarding Syadvad, that what is exactly Syadvad means activities coming. So in our life, so practically we want to put Syadvad into practice. What should the Syadvad actions, what should be the actions, So like for example, this Apani, it comes, Akram Vigyan, it comes, So it is made in, with doc files in doc. It's compiled with doc, and then it is converted into PDF. So, but Office, there's Open Office and WP Office, there are tools where people can read doc, and this doc I find is very good because PDF image, it is an image which we get, of Akram Vignan, which is not copy pasteable. I cannot, it is very difficult to use it, and nowadays what is happening is that Deepakanandji introduced me to this chat GPT, and I found other tools also, AI tools, like one very good tool which I found particularly good, means it is not 100%, I won't say it's 100%, but it is exceeding the other. Before, the translation was very poor, Google Translate and all, but it is little bit quite a bit improved the translation, and we can put the Gujarati text. If we put the Gujarati text, we get the text in any other language. We can get many other languages we can get, and even I asked them grammar, grammar things, like, so they very this Gemini, which is a product of Google, it's very good, quite good. I mean, in explaining things, So what I was feeling is lacking, that I didn't understand many words, like kharu and all, which for example, a word, a sentence has kharu. I can't understand the little sense of that, So, but now correlating with my language, which I'm most familiar, Hindi, So it is correlating. I ask in Hindi only, and get the reply in Hindi only. So you can get in other language also. So means that thing we get the context and we get the feeling and all, so just means over the years I've seen that just repeating the Gujarati is not doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is to get the what we know and link to what we to the new thing, which is the Gujarati. Then we correlate, then we get the things, and then we can absorb the things. So the thing is that what to me, what the file one says, that if it is released, the doc also is released, is my request. That if the doc is also released, it is not it is easily people can easily access it, and along with the PDF. The PDF you release, but a doc also which already is existing, you don't have to do any other activity, just to release it. So if it is, I don't know, maybe there is a problem, maybe there is a harm. I can't, my vision may be not going so far. So, but this is what my feeling. So, my question is, will releasing the doc be a Syadvad action or not? This is my question.
Deepakanandji?
Hey, Sachidanand. I'm surprised that you are relating this thing with Syadvad. But one thing is there. I don't know the implications, how to send the doc file, because it is not a normal doc file. It's a DTP file, what they say, what I understand. So the program what they use for the publication, you need to have that file, probably. I have to inquire. I can inquire that, there's no problem. But then the doc file will demand the need for the font which is used. And if they are using any official font, in the sense, whatever, then and whether they are able to embed those fonts in the doc file, I have yet to find it out. But then uh, this is the problem, evident problem, what I see. But still, I have to find it out, which I will do. It. There's no
No,
problem.
in doc files you don't have to embed. It is in PDF you have to embed. In doc
But
files you have to
what
what
I'm saying, if I send you a doc file with which it is made, that is the font with which it is made, and if you don't have those fonts, you can't read those
Yeah, we
files.
have to you have to install in the system, those fonts.
That's what.
But
That's
what
why.
I'm saying
So let's not go into those technicalities. Let me
is,
find it out.
mm.
And but it is surprising that you are relating that with Syadvad.
Because
Syadvad has
see
nothing to
Syadvad,
do.
because why I'm relating with Syadvad is that, because see it is if we have see PDF image is not searchable. You cannot copy paste it. You cannot you cannot you cannot
Whatever it
code
is,
it
I will find it
in a
out. Let's not go into those technical details. First
Syadvad,
thing,
why I'm relating with Syadvad is because, see, our action should be understood by other people, which is not the case. When we have Gujarati, the non-Gujarati cannot understand it. Simple as that. And they lose interest.
I understand that. I
Uh,
understand that. I don't say, but
hmm,
let us try to evaluate certain things what Dada has said. I'm
hmm,
not saying you have to stick on to that, but this is what Dada has said. He has said,
hmm.
if you want to go to moksha, you will have to learn, understand, and follow Gujarati. I'm
Yes.
not claiming that because although I'm a Gujarati, I found it absolutely difficult to understand Gujarati basic words also. But gradually, over a period of time, with all the facilities available online and other stuff, I am able to understand Gujarati, number one. Secondly, when we are very well devoted and connected with Dada Bhagwan or spiritual master, I will say, then the effect of that, you know what has happened? Any word, any phrase, any understanding, any expression that come from any religion, any belief, any faith, any following, I'm able to understand that. And that I understand, and even what Dada has said, when you are aligned with your master, not everything that I understand, but reasonably I understand. So that portion is important. I believe, yes, your language is Hindi. I also studied Hindi. I knew Hindi much, 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 much better than Gujarati. But gradually, over a period of time, after listening, and I always research any new word, I never kept it aside. I always checked with the dictionary in the initial times, and now you have those words available straight away from Google. You can get the answer. So
Yes.
anyway,
One.
your purpose, your goal, your intentions are very clear, very good. I understand that. So let me find out whether those
Yeah.
doc files can be shared. That is
One
there.
more thing. One
But
more
then,
thing which, yeah,
yeah,
I understand. One more thing which I want to request is that, see, the thing is that things are, it is clear that first agna is relative, okay, that thing, that by relative viewpoint, it is reminding us that everything is by relative. Even science tells it is, things are, everything is relative. So we need to understand, even I need to understand, what is applicable, what works for me might not work for you or other person, Okay, so everyone is relative, everything is in the world, everything is relative, So for example, so that is why we have so many sadhans, such sadhans. For example, for me, I would like Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar Ho. The person sitting next to me, he might dislike it, even he might, to any extent he might dislike it, Okay, so this is world is relative. This is a simple thing, Okay, so the thing is that what I understand with the Syadvad is that first of all we have to understand that what works for me might not work for other person. So we have to understand that, and and understanding what works for other person or is a difficult, is not a easy task. We can try on that, and what should be harmonious. Syadvad means that, see, for example, what I'm saying, what you gave your example experience, your circumstances are very different than mine. Even what worked for me, I told, it might not work for other persons. So what I am thinking is that if we have a variety, like Dadaji has so many satsangs, he has paths, Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar Ho, Gyanwani, so many satsang. The reason why I think it is so many varieties, that one thing cannot, five fingers are different, one shoe will not fit everyone, Okay, so that is why even Kaviraj has put in different languages, so he has tried to reach out in different languages. So there are always diversity is there. So what I feel is that if the word is there, anyone can copy paste. If the things are in a copy pastable, even in Word or a web page, or if it is in a copy pastable manner, anyone can copy paste, and then the doors open, like now what is the present situation is that it is limited to you cannot copy paste, so it is makes things little bit challenging. I would say the word challenging,
okay, Dr.
So,
Kashyap ji, I said, let me find out,
okay.
but this criteria of Syadvad apparently doesn't look right for me because Syadvad means your actions, your speech, your thinking is such that it doesn't hurt anyone. And because these are not in our hands, I don't know, that's why whether it will be possible to share the doc file or DTP file. I'm absolutely unaware of that. So let me find out.
So can we
But
analyze that if
this,
our action is hurting other one or not? Can we analyze now if we are putting only in Gujarati, does it hurt the non-Gujarati?
see, the best thing what we have seen, not all the documents in the world are available in all languages.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants, then they have to do it themselves. They don't ask the system to send those documents in particular language.
Excuse me,
You understand?
Pulinanandji, excuse me, Kashyap, we have a live example. Lalita Ben, who was from South India, has nothing to do with Gujarati or Hindi. She learned Gujarati, and you are Hindi, it's easy to learn Gujarati than my mind, okay? So we have live example. Lalita Ben need the need, and she did it. So let us not talk about all this stuff, other people. Let us look at ourselves. Don't worry about other people. That's my thinking is, okay? Worry about yourself and then see figure you want to do first. I'm sorry, but I had to interrupt it to change this into something useful, satsang.
Yeah. But again, I'm saying I have to find out and I'll get back to you. Okay, whatever is the understanding or whatever is their answer. Okay, but
Yeah, right.
then my biggest surprise is you are connecting it with Syadvad.
No, but
And
what my
first
question is
thing,
that can we analyze that our see this, in it might benefit some people, it might, and what we have to see is that does it harm some people or not, this is the question. Okay, so
what, harm what?
putting PDF in non-searchable format, okay, so
Where have you seen in the world that they put all the document file in their original doc file?
yeah, it is there, so you
Where
can
it is fine, you'd give me one place.
there are
There
many
are
many
only
places, but
exceptions.
I
And
I
still
told
I am saying,
see,
let me find out. Let me find
Dadaji,
out. I have no answer
starting
at this
from
moment.
in
I,
2000 in
oh, wait,
2000.
excuse me, guys. We need to move on, okay? Because the Kashyap, you're worried about the whole world and you're not worried about your personal advancement or studying, okay? So, Pulinanandji, you to say something about that?
Yeah, see, it's too long this thing. The summary was basically he wants log files so that you can pick and choose and easily translate it. That's the one line summary of what he's trying to say. So that's what he said. Okay, first, let us find out. Little that I know of, it is a DTP file. It is made in PageMaker, and as you rightly said, it will have its own set of fonts. So if you want to, it is a PageMaker DTP file. Now, how that can be made useful for that cut paste wala job is to be seen. It's a technical matter. So Syadvad is, I think what he's trying to say is I'm having a pain point where I'm not able to easily cut paste from PDF files. So it is hurting me. So does this fit into Syadvad? I think this is the gist of what Dr. Kashyap is trying to say.
Yeah, so that is what I understood about the Syadvad. I can correlate with that. That not only me. See what it,
See,
what
every preacher,
he,
every saint has said in their own language. Krishna Bhagwan in his time, Jesus Christ in his time, Muhammad in his time, Dada Bhagwan in his time. So the spiritual master speaks the language depending on the era he is in, depending on the people he's around, depending on the need of that situation. So then
we have
people have
examples.
later on translated Sanskrit text. People have later on translated Jain texts in Ardhamagri and all. So
What
that
my
has been
question
done
is,
later on.
what my question has been, and it is, what Deepakanandji said, there is no other example which is not right, correct, There are a lot of examples that starting from dadashri.org and dadabhagwan.org. They release in doc formats and all, they also make it using DTP and, so they release it in doc format and HTML format, they put it on the website. So it is there, So means what I see, we can understand that this action is Syadvad or this no action is not Syadvad. Any action we can analyze that that this action is Syadvad or this action is not Syadvad. Okay, so to understand things better, what happens in practical life, we can understand and analyze that. Okay, so right now I'm speaking, is it Syadvad or not Syadvad, Okay, so like that we can understand the things, everything in light of Syadvad, Okay, so that is what I would like to ask you, that with what is Syadvad actions, please give me more examples of that, that this is Syadvad, so then I can try have at least bhavna for that, that yes, this is Yad, but we should also, if possible, I'm not saying if it sometimes it's not possible, I can understand there might be limitation, then we leave it at that. But if it is possible, then we can do that action. That this is as Syadvad examples. I would request Deepakanandji, Pulinanandji, even Rajni to give examples of Syadvad, So I can understand that people did were able to understand the Gujarati. Even it after many years, I found a way. Everyone has a different way. There was a so Dadaji was so helpful. So Dadaji's grace is working. So this I understand. So to the person who is connected with Dadaji, his grace eventually works. So what I'm saying is so. But my question is that what are the Syadvat actions? Okay, this is I always my question comes.
Deepakanji, okay. Yeah, okay,
What are
Well,
the
Deepakanji.
Syadvat
Satchidanand,
actions?
okay. Syadvad is individual state like that of Lord Mahavira or Simandar Swami Bhagwan. He doesn't speak the language of other people. He speaks in the prevailing language and everyone understands in their own language. He doesn't convert it into any language because he has reached that state of Syadvad. We haven't reached that state of Syadvad. And the way you are connecting doctrine of Syadvad into this, I believe that is not correct. And whatever you are asking for it, I said I have to find it out. And with all the system people have, I really don't know the technicality of putting it into HTML or whatever. I'm not saying no, but
Okay,
then
let us
all
leave that,
these
but
things,
let us leave
one
that
minute,
topic.
one minute, one
Yes.
minute, all these things require extra effort, extra time, which I don't know. So I have to find it out. Is it possible? Because you are giving the example of dadasri.org. They had been working on this from years together and they have found out this system and they are putting it online, all these different formats, even those mobile format and all that. But I'm not aware of that. So I said, let me find it out. But this doctrine of Syadvad has no connection with this.
So
Because
can you
then
give examples of Syadvat? Can you
it
give
is the
examples?
person. No, don't connect. Number one, it is on the individual. And that is only with Sarvagna, absolute. And
So
our purpose of Syadvad today is we are in making of ourselves Syadvad through our decision, through our bhav, through our pratikrama and correction.
so in
Okay? So
our
you
life
have to,
there is
instead of putting it as Syadvad, if it is possible to put in these different formats, then it is possible to translate or convert in any other language which I want. Please don't connect this with Syadvad. It's a very divine thing. Jai Satchidanand.
Means in our life,
Kashyap bhai, hold on. Kashyap bhai, hold on. We'll have Pulinanandji make a comment and then we'll go to Lalita Ben. Okay?
No, just one question. Okay.
Hold on, please. Kashyap
Yes,
bhai,
please,
we've talked
just one
enough.
question. Just one question.
Yeah, but we have let Pulinanandji talk about Syadvad and
Yeah.
then we'll go to
I will
Lalita Ben, okay?
I would request just to let me ask one question. My question, what I want is that to give examples of Syadva. Is Syadva existing in our life today in partially also or not? Can we take inspiration from that this is Syadva, in present world, or is there no is there we cannot take inspiration. If we can take inspiration, can we get some examples? This is my question. Okay, yes, no, so now please.
Okay,
Thank you.
Purita, you want to do it and then we'll
Yeah.
see what Lalita Ben has to say. I'm sure she's have the same comment on this topic.
See, Syadvad is very simple. It is there in that Now Kalam, that book also, or Sat Sadhan book also, it is there. Syadvad is very simple, not to hurt anybody's viewpoint. By mind, speech, or actions. That is called Syadvad. Now, Tirthankars are 100% Syadvad. Dada Bhagwan was near to 100% Syadvad. And that's as simple as that. That my mind means thought, speech, and action level should not hurt someone else's viewpoint or his beliefs, whatever the beliefs they have. It should not hurt that. Simple. And that state, we are in the process. Now, if you want, is there any example of Sayadva? The nearest we can access is Dada Bhagwan's speech and maybe his videos to see in terms of action. So we can draw inspiration, okay, that I want to be 100% sure. And Dada says, na, He Dada Bhagwan, mane Syadvad Vani Vartan Manan Karvani Shakti Apo. So we pray for Syadvad. The nearest live example is of Dada Bhagwan in terms of whatever recorded speech and videos we have, and the text in terms of Aptavani and Akram. So that is the nearest example of Syadvad we have. And if you really study or listen, then you can definitely get inspired. See what a beautiful way Dada has put across this point without hurting this other's viewpoint. And he has also given a roadmap. Dada Bhagwan has also given a roadmap that if you do this, you will reach to Syadvad. And that 100% Syadvad will come when you, as your ego, as the ego diminishes and goes to zero, when the kashayas go down to zero, when you have the spasht vedan of the pure soul, and the whole science, when you're during your day-to-day living and all that, you can immediately, everything comes up. The Jagrati, that awareness comes up. Oh, he's not the speaker. He's only an instrumental doer and all that. So when that awareness, the Jagrati, reaches that high order, where then it becomes Syadvad. So we are all in the process. As our ego is going down, as our kashais are going down, as our awareness is increasing, the level of Syadvad of individual Mahatma is increasing. And it will reach to complete Syadvad when we come to complete experience of the pure soul. So this is the roadmap. Dada Bhagwan is very clearly there. And his speech is the source of inspiration for us. I think that answers your question. What is Syadvad and how to achieve Syadvad and where to see Syadvad?
Okay. Thank you.
Lalita Ben?
Yes, Jai Satchidanand. I have a question. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the reference down for this. Difference between Buddhi observing and Pragnya observing. How can I tell the difference?
Pulinanandji?
We'll see where it is Buddhi observing, there one can get emotional. And where it's Pragna observing, one is not emotional, one is very stable, Nirapurta, as they said. One is very stable. So that is the key difference. Then number two, Buddhi typically operates through Indriyas, the five senses. So when it is seeing through the five senses and through, the buddhi is attached with it, then it is the buddhi observing.
Okay.
And prajna is totally detached and absolutely peace and calmful, nirakurta. That is the prajna observing.
So basically, if there's a bias, it's buddhi.
Uh, buddhi bias means?
Bias means, I mean, it takes sides.
Buddhi will take sides, will give opinions. They will be right, wrong, good, bad. That is true.
Okay.
Ah.
Whereas prajna would be just like you said, equanimous.
Vitrag or unattached observer.
Okay. Okay.
Vitrag observer. So that's problem. I mean, it's a matter of experience. As one sees, and sometimes people say, file number one is observing TV. I'm observing file number one. File number is observing TV. No, that is not true, Gnata Drashta. That is through the buddhi. Because if it were true, if it were true Gnata Drashta, then you could motivate the file number one. Okay, chalo, stop it and do Charan Vidhi or do something else. But that doesn't happen. The other difference that now comes to me. પ્રકૃતિમાં રહીને અનેક નાતા જુઓ જાણો એ બુદ્ધિનું. I am part of Prakriti and I am being an observer is intellectual observation. But if I am detached from the Prakriti, and then I am an observer, that is the Pragna observer. That's the difference between Pragna observing and Buddhi observing.
I have to sit down and analyze that a little bit.
Yeah, but these are the key, this thing. You may,
the
it will take some
differences.
time. Analyze means, yes, you will analyze, you may analyze, and you will also observe it, in your day-to-day situations. Okay, is my buddhi the observer or is my pragna the observer?
Pragna the observer. Okay. I like that.
And the beauty is, buddhi will observe something, and the pragna will observe that buddhi has observed this.
That's the beauty of it. Buddhi
that's the
is to
beauty of
be,
it.
yes.
The
Buddhi is to
pragna
be,
itself will observe that buddhi has done this observation.
yes. Buddhi is the nata. No, nay.
Gne, then buddhi becomes the gne, right?
Nay, correct. Okay.
Then buddhi becomes a gne.
That is a very good yardstick.
Yeah, that is the biggest, this very subtle point that
Okay.
Dada Bhagwan has brought out.
Okay. That's nice. Thank you.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
See, Sachidanand, if you first understand definition or what is buddhi, it is light of pure soul through egoism. And Pragna Shakti is direct light or representative of pure soul light. Active light of pure soul. Whereas pure soul, with its power of knowing and seeing, it remains passive. In the sense, we don't experience that, but it is in that state forever. So, to have a clear demarcation between operating power of buddhi or self-effort using pragna shakti. Whenever buddhi is working, very evident and striking difference is it will immediately protect your ego because it is light through ego. So it will always show others' faults. Whereas Pragna Shakti, being totally impartial, will show your faults only, and it will show others absolutely innocent. This is a very striking difference. Intellect means head, and it will always try to divide I and mine. Whereas Pragna Shakti will always make things we, one. So these are the things, it will, very prominent and very striking difference. And with this, we can immediately come to know what is the situation inside. Are we under the influence of intellect or are we under the influence of direct pure soul light? And with that, we can always switch over that let us put aside the intellect light, Because intellect light is mean light, egoistic light. That's why it is that egoistic knowledge is buddhi and egoless knowledge is knowledge. Right?
Yes. The
Jai
thing
Sat.
is trying to separate that, you have to be constantly on alert.
Let me tell you, while you are walking
Uh-huh.
or you are driving
Mm-hmm.
or you are climbing, going down the stairs or climbing the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
how much attentive you have to be? Your
Yeah,
split second unawareness or out of focus will make you slip and you will fall down or you will slip.
correct.
Or
Correct.
if you're driving, you will meet with an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So this is also equally important and well focused and uh, with full attention and vigilance that
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to remain against intellect, because intellect power or intellect light is going to operate inadvertently without our
Mm-hmm.
effort.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to work because it has been used or in use all these generations. But
Mm-hmm.
to use Pragna Shakti or light of pure soul, direct light of pure soul, you will really have to put effort, your firm decision, your focus, your vigilance, and then eventually the power of intellect will become practically zero, like how it was with Dada Bhagwan. He said, I'm not free from intellect.
Mm-hmm.
Intellect is there, very high level of intellect is there, but the use of intellect is
Correct. He doesn't
restricted
use it.
totally,
Uh-huh.
doesn't use it, but he
Mm-hmm.
has a very high level of intellect, very high level of intellect. And that intellect is absolutely positive apart from all that.
Mm-hmm.
So this positive intellect help us settle, file, deal with people amicably.
Mm-hmm.
And the pure soul light help us perceive situations uh, amicably, impartially, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you get complete and exact picture of the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and you are even able to perceive your intellect and its dubious or mean nature. Jai
Devious
Satchidanand.
nature.
Dubious. Sometimes this, sometimes that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dual. It's dual.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is in ego's belief, it will say yes, and whatever is not in ego's belief, it will say no.
Mm-hmm. See, I mean,
That's all.
the constant theme, like, everywhere I've been reading, it keeps coming back to now file number one is the observed, is the
Correct.
nay, and you are and previously, you thought that you were the observer. File number one was the
Because your
observer, and
belief was I
now,
am Lalita.
correct. So
Yes.
that's the biggest difference I feel like in Akram, Vignan, and Kramik, Whereas there is constantly the doership that I'm doing this, I'm meditating,
But they already
and
have. They are not freed from it. It is the grace of Dada Bhagwan, totally out of exception, mere total, whatever you say. That grace has worked so efficiently and so perfectly without our practical effort. As the uh, force of intellect settles down, this light of pure soul through Pragnya they act so, I'll say, violently and profusely. It doesn't allow you to sit in peace or rest in peace. It will make you correct. That's the beauty of it. That grace function. That's why Dada said, now you're all trapped. There is no escape. But the only way is you'll have to get liberated.
yes, and he's guaranteed that
It's
too.
100% he has given, he has liberated here and now.
Yes,
But unfortunately, we are not able to understand, appreciate, experience because of the potent effect of the intellect power, which is still
correct,
working
correct.
very powerfully at times. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Shilya Ben?
Jai Sachidanand, Deepakanandji, Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji. Jai Sachidanand, Rajnikant,
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand Laitaji. I was, this is just continuing what is being discussed. The difference between Buddhi and Pragya Shakti. So what I'm trying to, just a scenario I'm thinking. Suppose I meet a person who's, let us say, whenever you meet a person, she is very critical of me, or very critical, and tries to put me down. That is, you meet such a person, and then the first thing that you think is, okay, this person is very negative, I should stay away from this person. Now, is that is the buddhi which is trying to protect my ego, right? Like to protect my this file number one, and saying stay away, because again you're trying to seeing the other person at fault. Whereas the Pragya Shakti will immediately say, no, this is not, it is your fault. It is you're the one who is at fault here, and then you should do the Sambhavanikal. I think I'm trying to understand. Is this the difference? The difference between Pragya Shakti and the Buddhi? Where the Buddhi is protecting the ego, the other one is trying to throw the light on this.
Deepakanandji?
Absolutely, absolutely. And as our determination and decision towards perceiving through the pure soul light Pragna Shakti becomes stronger, firmer, and ultimate, that intellect power will not be effective. It will work, but it will not be operative.
Yes.
It will not be in effect. In effect, it will always be the Pragna Shakti power. That's what Dada said, because this our past decision and favor towards intellect and intellect power, because that was the only guiding power for us. So there was no other choice for us but to use that power for our living. But now, out of grace, this power of pure soul has opened. That's why we have to put an effort, make a decision that yes, I want to use this power perceived through pure soul light Pragna Shakti. And eventually that is going to prevail, because intellect power is a discharging power. It's stored power or accumulated power, we can say, which is simply working out of force, out of past decision.
Yes.
But if our today's effort to perceive all life situations through pure soul light Pragna Shakti, then it will become absolutely ineffective. But we don't know where we have used or where it was used very prominently or powerfully. So we come across surprises on, oh my God, what's at times you get big jolt that, oh, I never expected this. That's why our vigilance is very important. And the moment we come across the file, or come across any situation, then our decision is very important. It's called proactive decision. That is, I want to handle this situation, this file in an amicable way. And with that.
Hello.
Deepakanandji, we lost your voice. Deepakanandji, we lost your voice. Sound. We lost your sound.
My sound?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can hear.
So the idea is this intellect power is going to work effortlessly without our conscious decision, because it was being used effectively in the past. And in its causal form, it was charged that way. So now, if you don't put any effort to perceive situations in pure soul light, then it is going to work. You can observe that wherever this decision is lacking or is weak, this intellect power really drives us away and make the situation absolutely disturbing, annoying, and absolutely very mean. But the moment this power of pure soul light is used through our firm decision, come what may, I
Mm.
want to perceive and deal this situation as per Dada's agnyas, that's Dada's precepts, and
Mm.
that's how it will work. So our decision makes a primary role to draw the path of Dada Bhagwan. That is path of liberation.
Mm.
Jai Satchidanand.
Very good.
Pulinanandji?
It's right. You see, basically, Buddhi intrinsically will protect the Prakriti
Yes.
or the ego.
Mm.
Yeah, because it is ego's spiritual light, soul light coming through the ego. So its nature itself is to protect.
Yes.
So what will happen is, in your awareness, you have realized, yo, I've met this negative person, so my intellect is saying stay away from the person.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the observation that your intellect is operating.
Operating. Yes.
Ah. So from the pragna seat, you are observed the intellect. Whether you side with the intellect or you side with the pragna is the second part of the Purusharth.
Mm.
You side with the intellect, you stay away from the person. Oh, he's a nasty person, negative person. Move, stay away. And if you side with pragna, then you will say, okay, chalo, file has come, do sambhava
Mm.
nikar. Or it may even ask you to do tap. You have to just
Yes.
move, means you have to just deal with that person at that point of time, and it will cause a lot of discomfort, which in spiritual language is tap,
Mm.
in inner tap. So that is the way, and one of the ways of this intellect, which we have been using it all these life births and
Mm.
all these, and even in this birth, since before we got Gnan, all these years we were, living with the light of this intellect only.
Intellect.
Intellect would decide what to do and what not to do. So the intermediate step would be that as we listen more of the satsangs, as we form up our purusharths of agnas and things like that, this buddhi, we starts getting samyak. Samyak in
Mm.
the sense it will show advantages of the going towards moksha.
Mm. Mm.
The intrinsic basic function of buddhi is to show profit and loss in Dada Bhagwan's one-line definition.
Mm. Mm.
Where is profit, where is loss, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage. But it will show the worldly advantage or disadvantage, relative matters, advantage, disadvantage, prakriti advantage, disadvantage.
Yes.
So then as we listen to this thing, you meet a nasty person, and then immediately your gnan will also pop up. No, bhogve teni bhul, sufferer is at fault. So
Yes.
it is my fault. I must have done something like that. So this has
Yes.
come in front of me.
Yes.
So this is now buddhi operating in the positive. It
Mm.
is showing not the other person's fault, it is showing our fault.
Powerful.
That I am responsible for it. You see? And then what will say, now let me do some Nikal because I want to go to moksha.
Yes. Want to finish up the.
So
Yes.
then it
Mm.
says adjust everywhere. Now what is that? The buddhi is telling now adjust.
Yes.
So now the same buddhi is operating in the positive manner where it is guiding you towards moksha or towards soul.
Mm. Mm.
First, it was showing advantage for the Prakriti. Now it will show advantage for the soul.
For the soul. Yes.
Uh-huh. What should I do so that I advance on the path of moksha?
Mm.
So then the Buddhi will start giving advantage towards the soul, towards the moksha. So that is called as converting Buddhi from Viparit to Samyak.
Some
You
out.
know? Ah. So then that's the intermediate stage. That's where we are today also. We are
Yes.
today in that Samyak phase only. And then a stage will come on there where it is not operating at all, or the voice of that buddhi is very feeble. Nasty
Mm.
person has come, but it's just a very small volume. It will not impact us, and will not. We just observe. Okay, the buddhi has said this, and we just release it, and immediately the gnan or the pragna shakti will start operating. So that's as we advance further and further, the volume of the buddhi will reduce, or
Mm.
it may stay, but it will not impact us in the sense it will not get drawn towards it. We won't be tanmayakar into it. You know. So that's the as our Jagrati increases, the volume will be there. It will same, but the volume will be less, so it won't impact us. And gradually, then once it stops impacting us, then we remain that it becomes a gne, the observed, and we remain the observer. And then it starts decaying as time goes by, and it will become very minuscule, very
Yes.
minuscule. Huh.
Yeah. I
So
think I see the Jagriti, as you said, it increases. The person in front of you will be just, you'll only see the Shuddhatma in that person.
huh.
You'll start
Or
seeing.
if you see Shuddhatma or you see that this is the file, whatever, both are the
Yes.
two sides of the same coin.
That will decrease, I guess. Yes.
The impact will decrease.
Decrease. Impact will decrease. Yes.
What has erupted, you see, what will happen is moment you see the Prakriti, the judgments immediately pops up, good, bad, right, wrong, nasty, like that.
Yes.
So that judgmental part is the function of Buddhi. So the moment you see that the whole Buddhi is in operation, then you immediately see as file or Shuddhatma, then the whole impact goes down.
Goes down. Yes.
So that is the solution towards handling Buddhi.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you.
I have a quick follow-up on that. So that Abud state is the ultimate state in our progress? Or only Dada has that Abud state?
Yeah, for us, we are all going to reach that state. Na?
Okay.
Ultimately, we are all going to reach 356 and then 360 in the next birth.
Seems a long way away.
Like you said, the power is so much in Dada's words. Just by attending the satsang and listening to this, whatever language the grace will flow through you. That's what I believe in, and I feel like even in a year, like let us say I'm talking about file number 1 last year and this year, I can see the difference. How I'm able to even the Vyavasthit Shakti, how I'm able to accept. That is now previously, just last year, I had these questions about why I did this, why I'm not able to forgive myself. And now that why has just reduced. It's reduced so much. I can see that how that acceptance has seeped in without, like it is not even something which happens within. I mean, what I'm saying is that this works within. So this power is so much in his words. So that is what I believe in, that I can see the difference. And I no longer I'm able to accept. There's no thing about going back, questioning your actions, and all those things have reduced considerably.
Because of your Purusharth and firm, determination to advance spiritually, to practice Vayagnas. So that Purusharth has enhanced your Purusharth and it has enhanced your awareness. And then now it has diminished the discharge.
Yes, it decreases. It happens slowly. It happens slowly. And I feel, yes, the grace flows through the words. It doesn't, whatever language it might be, it will flow. That's what I believe in.
Okay.
Deepakanandji, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Just a minute, just a moment. The state of Abud is non-use of intellect or no use of intellect. It is not, the intellect doesn't cease to exist, but its use becomes, it starts diminishing and ultimately becomes zero. But here we have to understand that this intellect power gets its food the moment you use it. So when you stop using your intellect light, then it doesn't get any nourishment. So it becomes lean and then practically ineffective. So
no, correct. There's a difference between Abud and Buddhu. See? Big difference. So that's what is a non-use. It's not like you lack intellect.
Yes, in fact, intellect is at a very highest level, but its use is only for amicable settlement only. On the worldly side, so that you remain compassionate, you remain loving, you remain caring, sharing, all that. So that's how the intellect negativity totally vanishes, and this positivity remains on the worldly side, And the pure soul light will keep you separate and experience total separation from the ongoing relative vyavahar. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay, our time is up. So, Pulinanandji, can you do the mantra, please?
Deepakanand?
Deepakanandji, sorry. Thank you.
Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitaragaya.
Namo
Mo
Vitragaya.
Vitaragaya.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Uvajjayanam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Namo Loe Sabva Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Tavapava Pranasano.
Savvapavappanasano.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Sachidanand. Pulinanandji, Deepakanandji, Mahatma.